So you know, my name is Lena West, and recently His Holiness the Dalai Lama said that women are going to change the world. Go women power.
We love men too.
And also conscious men.
Yes.
Let's not forget the guys. And I always believed that. But here's what I know. What I know is that we can only change the world if we're heard. So every single person in here, as Fabienne says, you're doing divine work. This is divinely inspired work. And you have to get out there. And so what I do is I work with women business owners to help them get out there and to make sure that that seed that you carry, that message that you have, that divinely inspired idea that is going to rock the world and just help us make huge shifts as human beings, I make sure that you get out there in a big way. And I do that through social media. I have an IT background, and so this kind of comes naturally for me. And what I've done is kind of like my own voyage with social media has been, so I started in internet marketing. And when social media came out, it was like craziness. It still is a little nutsy. But there's so many different options and there's so much to do. And one person says you should do this, and one person says do this. The next person says, no, you got it all wrong. I don't know who you're listening to, but that's not right. You do this. And you're like, whatever, I just don't even want to deal with this crap anymore. And so I realized that because that was my frustration when I started using social media. And so just because of who I am and how I think, I kind of have a strategic mind. Not kind of, but that's how I think all the time. And so I came up with a 9-step system to use social media to market myself so that I can get out there. And so...
so what was it like? Because we've been dancing for a long time.
Yeah, so...
I remember that we had a get acquainted call.
Yep.
Like how many years ago?
I can't even tell you. Like
8?
90,000 years ago.
Yeah.
8 years ago, probably.
But you didn't end up working with me.
No, I didn't.
No.
So, AuthenticInfluencer.com. AuthenticInfluencer.com. So I started this social media stuff, and I have this 9-step system. And so I wasn't even doing this work. And somebody said to me, how'd you do what you do? And I said, oh, it's just this and this. And I kind of did the same thing. And so now I have this company, and this is what I do. And so I met Fabienne, I don't know, you were at SLC, so that had to be 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Had to be.
Well, I've
Probably
been married
more.
to Derek 9.5 years, and I was doing...
You were Luzena then. There was no Derek in the picture.
Then it was 10 years ago. It's our anniversary!
Yeah. Congratulations. It's all our anniversary. It's all of us. So can I keep it real?
Keeping it real. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I didn't work with Fabienne because I was a little jealous of her. I thought, oh, she's doing that? I don't need her help. I'm keeping it real.
I love you.
I'm keeping it real.
I love you. That's why I love you.
I'm keeping it real. And I said, well, I can do that. I don't need that. I went to the SLC Center and I had the get acquainted call and I thought, I'm gonna do this on my own. Right. What's Dr. Phil say? How's that working out for you?
And how's that working for you?
Yeah. And I mean, so finally, you had the event in New York City, the preview event for Mindset.
Yeah.
And I went and I sat in the back of the room and I had dark shades on. I don't know if you saw me. You were in your own zone. But it was like paparazzi moment, right? So I sat in the back of the room and I had my dark shades on and I thought, and I was still resisting and I thought, all right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hear what she has to say, but I'm not gonna do this. I don't care what she says, I'm not gonna do it. And damn it, as soon as she started with the Mindset Retreat, I was one of the first ones because I got that deal that you gave for Mindset. Like I was number 7 to sign up for Mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was in the back trying to be incognito a little bit, but I was number 7 to sign up for Mindset.
You had to put your name on the application.
Totally. It was so bad. I think Jennifer's not here. It was so bad that I wanted to sign up so badly. Not it was bad, but I wanted to sign up so badly that when she said, I think you said 11 people or something like that. And when she said that, there was like a huge line, and I said to Jennifer, okay, so I've been standing here. Can I just at least have a number, and then I'm gonna fill out my form, and then I'm gonna make sure that I'm in with this number 11, like in the first 11 people. It was that serious for me.
And you shared with us how dramatically the mindset retreat changed your life.
Off the chain.
Yeah. And,
like,
and you got your first $90,000 client.
Yeah, like within 4 months after Mindset.
And you joined Gold right at the Mindset.
At
retreat.
Mindset.
Why did you join Gold after?
Because I was not gonna leave that room the same person. Like, I thought, you know what? I'm coming to Miami. I'm coming to do work. I'm coming to work on me. I'm coming to change me. And there's no way I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna sit for 3 days in this absolutely fabulous environment, P.S. In this, in this space with these people who care so much about themselves, about me, about Fabienne, about Derek, about the work that they're doing. There's no way I'm gonna come here and lose it. Like, I'm not gonna go back to New York and kind of get in my own box again, in my own little square, and like do Lena. Like, that's just not gonna work anymore. And so I signed up at the Mindset Retreat.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing about the Gold program and being a part of the Gold program is Fabienne has a lot of unique abilities, and I'm gonna cry. But I think that her most unique ability is once she steps into your life,
Lori.
And you don't want to. Once she steps into your life, she doesn't even have to be in your physical presence to hold space for you. And she's done that for me. I find myself saying to myself, what would Fabienne do? How would she handle this? How would she deal with this? And I think to myself, gotta keep going, gotta keep going. No excuses, no excuses. And I also find that the quality of the people around me, my interactions, and God, how I interact with me. So much of this is, yes, you've heard the support, you've heard that part of it, and yes, that is so true. Go Goldies. The other piece of it is, I now have a different relationship with me. I am holding myself accountable for things that I used to break promises to myself all the time. Routine. I wouldn't think twice about it. Now I am unstoppable. I don't let anybody, anything, or anyone get in my way. It just doesn't happen. I just don't allow it. I don't allow it.
You asked me yesterday, or was it this morning? I can't even remember. Yesterday, you
Yeah.
said, talk about.
Oh.
Yeah. So what happens in the Gold retreats? We meet 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. For 2 days in a space just like this.
Yeah.
And what happens? What do you call it?
So I think it was either at the last Gold meeting or the Gold meeting prior to that. We started calling it the client attraction vortex. Because seriously, guys, it's amazing what happens in these meetings. We will do some sort of manifestation exercise, and like we'll go on break and somebody comes back in. She knows to ask now, like Fabienne knows, like, okay, so what happened on the break? People will come up to the mic and they're like, oh, I just made $20,000. I just made $10,000. I just got a client. Some media outlet called me and they want to interview me. It's stunning. And I think, Adam, I don't mean to share your business, but but like it happened to him at the last Gold meeting. And he was like, I can't believe it. I just walked outside, I got an email, and I now have like 4 more new clients. And it's not small stuff. It's not like, oh, I got my newsletter out. It's like I got 4 clients, or I made $20,000. I mean, it's like big deal manifestation stuff. And so I was at this event recently, and so I signed on this new client at the elite level, and everybody's heard about the $90,000 client. And so I did this event, and because after Mindset and the 2 gold meetings, I've created this tiered program where people can work with me at different levels. And so I was at this speaking engagement the other evening, and this woman said to me, she says, oh, I think I want to join your program. And I said, oh, okay, well, you can, this is me, like still with the limiting beliefs, there's work to do. I said, okay, you can join the basic program. And she says, no, I want the $20,000 one. And I thought, and this is what happens. Like she doesn't have to be there to hold space for you. You start thinking, and you get into a flow state. You get into a flow state of being connected to source and just implementation. And I won the implementation challenge too, which is hot. Yeah. So I would say so many, but guys, it's not a cult, right? So, right. So
I don't
so
do
many.
cults,
Well, so
yeah.
many people have like pulled me aside and said, "Can you tell me about gold?" I'm like, "What's the big secret?" Of course.
You could go on the website and find out. Yeah.
And so I would say if you're thinking about it, this is not a decision that you need to make with your head, because it's not going to come from here. It's got to come from here. You have to have that self-love. You have to have enough love for your business. You have to have enough love with, as she said, the people you serve to get out there in a big way, because playing small does not serve anybody. I spent the last 10 years doing that. Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen. Thank you, Lena.
I love you.
Love you too.